Welcome to ThinkBox Media Source. My name is Sunny, and in this video, we're going to show you how to use the animation with the chalkboard effect. So thank you for joining me in this video, and let's get started. Welcome to ThinkBox Media Source. My name is Sunny, and in this video, we're going to learn how to use animation with the chalkboard effect. So let's get started on Canva. Again, we are going to go click onto the home page at Canva. And again, I have the professional version. You might be trying to just try it out with the free version. So instead of using a video, I'm simply going to click on a YouTube thumbnail, because once you add animation, it automatically turns into a MP4, a video regardless. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the background, and I'm going to click on that I want black for my background. Now, the next thing that we want to do is go over to the text area, and we want to search for Comic Sans, okay? Because that's a really good one for using for Canva. And make sure that this is white, okay? And so in here, I'm just going to simply type animation using chalkboard. Now, of course, it went to two different lines there. That's fine, but we'll just stretch it out here and make it go on to one line for the sake of this video. So the next thing that we're going to want to do after creating this part, your font, your text, is we're going to want to go over to animate. And underneath animate, for the word, the fonts, you're going to want to click on typewriter, so that it gives you that whole feeling of going across the board. And you're going to want to click on enter, because that's when you want it to start. Now, the next part of this video, we're going to go into the elements, and we're going to write handwriting chalk. And this is in your graphics here, as you can see. And in this particular case, you can either use someone holding a chalk, and you can just, of course, bring it to the size that you want it. You can, of course, move this around. So if you want it to look like this and go along. Now, this one has a little curly Q, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use a simple hand, and I'm going to turn it to the way that I want this hand to work. So it's really up to you. So I also want to make sure that this hand is at the front, and I want it to be, of course, over top of the font, so that it looks like, you don't want it in the back, or else it's going to look funny, obviously, because it's going to be behind the word. So again, just really however you want to do this, whatever graphic that you want to use, perhaps. So we're going to make it look like it's starting right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the animate button. Now, instead of using any of these, we're going to be using create an animation. Now, this is all about timing, so it might take you a few tries to get it. Now, at the end of the day, even in your typewriter, you have a speed, so you can come back to speed as well. But in this case, we're gonna do it here. We're just gonna create an animation, and that way it lets us free flow. So we're going to try to kind of time it out as best as we can to how it spells out typewriter, right, with the typewriter effect, and move the hand. So we're just going to try to give it like a flow like this. And let's see if it, of course, now see how it wasn't fast enough. So if I hit, of course, duration, if I hit play again, okay, my hand is going too fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back over. I'm going to delete the path, and then I'm going to try it again and just make a little bit slower movements and see if that works out. Okay, so that's a lot better. Okay, so if I hit play one more time. Okay, so that's getting pretty close. Now, if I go and click on the typewriter, and let's see if it makes it just a little bit more. Okay, that's a little bit too. No, that definitely didn't work. So remember, if you want to undo something, just hit the undo button to how you started originally. So that's not too bad. Again, we'll play it out. That's not too bad, but again, this is one of those things is that you really have to go with basically testing this out and just trying to get it, you know, to how it's typing out and how fast it's going. So again, if I wanted to bring this back over here and I didn't like it and I wanted to delete the path, again, I can just simply try it again and see how that is. Now again, that is way too fast. So we're going to delete path. We're simply going to go slower and leave it like that. Okay, that's just a little bit too slow. So delete path again. And try it one more time. Okay, now that's probably as close as I'm going to get it. Now we can hit smooth and see if that makes a difference. But no, that's really not coming out too well. So again, perhaps the speed too fast. Yeah, so that's probably as close as I'm actually going to get it. Now, again, you can add, for instance, a chalkboard if you want. Again, depending on what you're trying to achieve for this particular video, it's totally up to you. So now in this case, if I try to add that, it's not going to go over too well. Now let me just sit there and send this back. And here, let's just replace background and leave it as a chalkboard. Let's do that. Okay, so that's pretty much as good as we're gonna get it. But again, so in this video, it's really explaining to you that you do have to, you know, in the animation font, you can go there to the typewriter, okay? Remember, typewriter, and then on enter, and then you can play with the speed, or you can just click on the effect, and then you're just going to create your custom, which is, of course, you know, you can delete the path and try the different ways. Usually I find that the original way is most times the best way, but that's how you create the chalkboard effect with animation in Canva. Again, hopefully this gave you the exact step-by-step for beginners on exactly how to use this part of Canva. Now, when you're finished and complete, you do, as I've shown you in previous videos, you're going to go down. Now, this is 5 seconds long. And you're going to hit, of course, download. And it's an MP4 video. And then you can just click on download. Now, before I end this video, I will let you know that, of course, you can easily start a new board. You can duplicate this page. And then you can change your font or your writing here. So using animation, using chalkboard, and you can put with Canva. So then you have to go, of course, back over to your element. And in this particular case, because you've already done the first one a certain way, and this is a new page right here, you're going to want to go to custom, delete path, and then you're going to want to create that again with Canva. Okay, so that's how you can continue on. So if you're doing a project and you want to make it look like Chalkboard like this for a video, and don't forget, you can make this shorter. So if you want it to flow a little faster, so let's go to the start, and we're going to do animation using Chalkboard with Canva. Okay, now because we made that first one shorter, it's actually giving us, you see how it's not quite on par anymore. It's not bad, but it's not on par. So if we're going to make it shorter, then we're going to come back over here. Again, we're going to go to custom, delete path, and then we're going to create it again. So let's see how that looks. A little bit slow. Delete path, we'll do it one more time. Okay. Okay, one more time. Yeah, again, it's really just trial and error, to be honest with you. There, we'll leave it just like that. So if we play it, okay, so that one's with Canva. Okay, so hopefully this video helped you out. Again, it's just trial and error when it comes to creating that chalkboard. There's no little magical thing that lets you put it at the same time exactly. It's just a matter, again, of trial and error. Again, don't forget to sit there and download your project. And if you enjoyed this video, again, put that in the comments of this video. If there's something you didn't understand, let me know. Other than that, if you could please give this video a like and a share.